Oh no, my car broke down and the repair costs are way higher than I expected. I need cash right now. I need cash. I can't also wait for payday. And borrowing money takes forever. What do I do? Wait a minute. I've been saving on the Achieve app. I should have some money there. Wow. My DigiSave investment on the Achieve app gained some additional interest. I love this app. With the Achieve app, I can instantly have access to my emergency savings anywhere, anytime. I've been saving little by little, and now I don't have to stress at all. Download the Achieve app today and start building your emergency fund. It's the smartest way to stay prepared for life surprises.
Welcome everyone to this wonderful webinar. Welcome to our panelists over here, also to the audience joining us from home, from work, wherever you're joining us, you're warmly welcome. This is the Money Moves webinar. Okay, so if you're joining at any point, if you have any question, if you have any contribution, the comment section is yours. You can put in your inputs there and we'll gladly respond to any queries that come in over there. Right. So today we have an interesting conversation that we're going to have. We're going to talk about money. I don't know who doesn't love money. We all love money. So we're going to have a very nice conversation about money. For the salaried workers, we know that around this time, this is where your pay is going to come. So yeah, let's engage and have a wonderful conversation. My name is Joel Bill Ajiman Mensah. I am a product marketing analyst at Achieve by Petra. For those who are not so familiar with Achieve by Petra, we are a financial distribution platform that makes it easy for everyday Ghanaians to access investments, loans, and pension products, and it can be downloaded directly from the App Store or the Play Store. Without much ado, I'd like to introduce our amazing guests over here. You can see them with their beautiful smiles. Okay, let's start with Labi. Labi, tell us a little bit about yourself. You're welcome to this
Thank
webinar.
you very much for this privilege and opportunity. My name is Kwamdala Biapia. I'm a communication designer and CEO for Creative Lead. Thank you.
Amazing. See you for, I didn't get the last statement.
Creative Lead.
Amazing. We have CEOs in the house. Okay, Valerie, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, my name is Valerie, and I'm currently doing my national service at the University of Ghana, Department of African and Asian Languages. That's all for now.
Amazing. Thank you guys for spending, making the time to speak with us, have a conversation with us. We appreciate you being here. To the audience, once again, if you have any questions, contributions, definitely put them in the comment section. We hope you join us, engage in the conversation as well. And let's talk about money. Okay, so before we dive in, it's the end of the month, people are about to receive salaries. I mean, for the salaried workers, those who are doing, CEOs like Labi, who pays himself. Probably has paid himself already, right? What's one money mistake that you have made that still haunts you till this day? What's one money mistake that you can't, when you think about it, you can't sleep? Yeah. So yeah, Labi, you can take that one first.
All right. So it's very short per se, but one mistake I regret not doing earlier was not getting an investment account quite earlier because I wasn't able to, should I say, grow forth the savings that I was having. And so they were just stagnant as they were, no much interest and everything. And sometimes you, even as much as you are saving the money, it would be better for the money to grow. That is why it was expedient for me to get an investment account. And so my mistake that I regret not doing was not getting an investment account quite earlier. Yeah, thank you.
In other words, not starting early, right? That's amazing. Thank you for that contribution. Valerie, is it the same for you, or you have a different, money mistake?
So about getting an investment account, as Labi said, me, I would say I've had it at the right time. So I'm grateful for that. But then one money mistake I made is borrowing money to friends. They don't pay you their money, there's no profit on it, and you lose everything at the end. And if you don't take time, there will be grudges between the two of you. So yes, that's one huge money mistake I've made.
Okay, okay. Interesting. Interesting. I want to piggyback off that particular question, right? A lot of us, probably most of us grew up in different households and we've seen money being moved around differently and all that stuff, right? Um, Valerie, sorry, Labi here is a CEO, right? So probably has different accounts for the business, has a different account for him as well. Is there, like growing up, right? This is a general question, like growing up in your family, in your culture, has there been something that actually like helped you in your saving or in your investment journey? Would you say there's something that you learned from your family members or, just being in your culture, wherever you're coming from, that has helped you in a way? Labi, you can
All
take it
right.
off.
So I was privileged to see my parents saving. I mean, and even at an early stage, they opened a kid saving account for my siblings and I. And they always say that it is good to get a savings account. It's good to get money somewhere just in case of anything. And so, with this teaching or with this training, I've been able to create a couple of savings accounts, and it's actually helping the growth of my business too. Yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing. Valerie, what about you?
Okay, so my earliest stage of being introduced to savings was in a primary school. My dad would tell us that we should save something small. Don't spend everything. Yes, but then apart from that, when I started working with my boss, not my NSS, but a side job, he actually introduced me to the Achieve app. He said you can't work with him without investing. So you have to save and also invest. And then he introduced me to the Achieve, which has been very helpful. So those were my introductory years of savings.
Thank you for that submission. All right, now there are three main words that get thrown out along, right? When we're talking about, this whole financial literacy or money talks, right? Saving, spending, and investing, right? I think we've all come across these words and we've used them, we've done them before, right? What would you say, or which one, saving, spending, or investing, which one do you think, or would you say that you struggle with a lot?
All
Labi, you
right.
can kick it off.
So,
Yeah.
okay. Personally, I don't really have difficulties in savings and investing. My
Mm.
basic difficulty is spending money. Not that I don't know how to spend money, but I feel like at a point in time, certain things that I would really want to spend on, I'll
Mm.
have a second thought about it and then quite put the money somewhere else other than spending it.
Yeah.
So it has been a thing. It has been a thing. So I think that is the most difficult thing I can do. I mean, spending like how they spend like.
I feel like Labi has a way he's imagining that he wants to spend the money, but unfortunately, the cash flow is not moving so much that he can spend it that way, right?
Basically.
Yeah, amazing, amazing stuff, amazing stuff. Valerie, what about you? Saving, spending, or investing? Which one do you struggle with?
Me, I would say savings rather and then investing
Okay,
because
right.
for savings, it's like before your money comes, if you are expecting money before it comes, and then you've done some plans down, and by the time you
Yeah.
realize there is nothing left to save. So that is one. And then for the
Yep.
investing, no, you are just afraid that, oh, what if I put my money here and then it's all gone? I don't even get anything back. So that kind of fear.
Yep.
But then Achieve has made it easier. So yes, thanks to
Yeah.
Achieve.
Yeah. Thanks for achieving indeed the team. Well done. Kudos to you. Okay. So one of the things that we've probably all come across as well is, ever increasing prices of goods and services, right? You go today, they tell you that, say, this is now, it was 10 CDs, it's now 15 CDs, and you can't really complain about it, right? How do you think that young people like yourselves, you guys are really young, right? How do you think you can realistically build up an emergency savings, fund that if something happens, they can draw back to it, even though things are still increasing day by day? How do you think they can? What strategies do you think they can do to, build up that emergency savings fund? I'd like to start with Valerie on this one.
Okay, so building up an emergency fund, a place where you can just go and then pick
Yeah.
money. I think that the introductory advert where your car broke down and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, where will I get money from? So here
Yeah.
again, Achieve has come to answer the question. But then you have to be intentional about it. I
Mm.
mean,
Yeah.
if you didn't have the privilege to be introduced to the Achieve app, I've realized that other investment app are also coming up. So you do your due diligence to read about them, and if you feel that they are good for you, for instance, like the Achieve, you have to like discipline yourself to be putting the money in there regularly so that at the time of emergency you can reach out, and then your withdrawal wouldn't even be it wouldn't be like you bought a treasury bill where your money is locked up for a whole 3 months or 6 months. This one you can easily access it. Yeah, so you have to build up the habits, and if you already have the habits and you're looking for a safe place, then you can actually sign up for the Achieve app. Yeah, that's what I can say.
Right. Thank you. Thank you for that, Valerie. Labi, what do you think? She says you have to be intentional and be disciplined about it. What do you also think?
That's very true. That's very true. But personally, for me, um, you can start something. You can start anything,
Mm.
whether you buy to sell or you produce to sell or anything. You can even
Yeah.
partner with someone to start a business or something. And you guys will definitely generate funds when you're diligent in your business.
Mm.
And then you get an achieve. You get an achieve account, and then you just have to, know how to share your funds. Your savings or your profits. You give what belongs
Yeah.
to achieve, and you work with the rest. And I think in case of any emergency, trust me, you would have a backup plan.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
basically.
All right. I like that tagline, give what belongs to achieve to achieve. It's an interesting, probably the marketing team is listening to us. Okay. So you guys are relatively young, right? And there's this mindset, that investing is for rich people. Like you have to be earning 50,000 CDs a month for you to invest, right? How would you respond to that particular mindset? Valerie, you can take the lead on that
Okay.
one. Yep.
Okay, so I'll start by saying that you should start with what you have. Don't wait
Mm.
on what you don't have. And then
Yep.
investment isn't for the rich. You have to invest to actually get rich. That's how I see it. Yeah,
Mm.
so that mindset is actually not true. It is a fallacy. Yes, it has not been confirmed anywhere. I mean,
Yep.
I don't earn 50,000 a month, but then I'm on the
Mm.
Achieve app. And once you realize that you are saving and you can see your money go, the
Mm.
motivation to keep putting in something is actually there. It comes naturally. So if you have a regular income stream where you get money, let's say weekly or even monthly, just develop
Yep.
that habit of putting something down. And by the time you realize you are investing in your own small little way, you don't have to start big, just start small. And as you move on, it grows and grows. Thank you.
Amazing. You don't have to start big. You can start small and keep growing steadily as as your income increases as well. Guys, if you agree with Valerie, please put it in the comment section. I agree with Valerie. Put it in the comment section. Let her know that you agree with her. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Labi, what do you also think?
That's some wise words from.
Yeah, yeah.
I think she's right. I mean, people think that you have to be rich because they think investment has to do with some
Mm,
huge amount of money before. But little by little, as she said, little drops of water make the mighty ocean. And no amount, for me, no amount is too little to invest. You
yeah,
just have to balance everything, and then, I mean, just kickstart with whatever you have.
yeah.
Just kickstart with whatever you have, and you can do it. So I have to say.
Okay. Yeah. I have a follow-up question on that, right? So, okay, now that we know that investments are not just for the rich people, right? You can start from where you're coming from. How do you think that young people can you know, set savings or investment goals that still feels like it's doable for them, but it's a little bit, of a goal that they want to achieve, like a challenging goal that they want to achieve. Let's say someone wants to buy a laptop, right? They're saving towards it. How would you suggest that they go or they are able to achieve that particular goal based on your experience as young people yourselves? So yeah, Lab, you can start with us.
I'll just say one thing: cut your coat according to your size. Um,
Okay.
don't don't try to save so much,
Mm,
which actually bring a bad effect on you in the sense that you save to starve. You don't
yeah.
savings that you invest to starve. No, I mean, you should have a vision which is doable or reachable. I mean, they say the sky is your limit, though, but don't overdo the savings or don't over invest, which at the end of the day you find yourself wanting. Because trust me, when you save so much than you can take at a go, you will end up going back to that savings within a short period of time to withdraw everything. So I think you just have to get a balanced equation where you know that even if you split this income into two and you have to put this into achieve, there's no way you're going to touch it because what you have to spend is quite sufficient for the period of time that you have. In
Yeah.
as your vision is quite big, you start by little. You don't start from
Yeah.
10 to 1, you start from 1 to 2 and 3 and ahead. So you just have to cut your coat according to your size and be wise. That's what I have to
Mm,
say.
okay. Spoken like a philosopher. Okay, Valerie, what do you have to add?
Yeah, I think Lovely did a good job there. Cut your quotes according to
Yeah.
your size. And you mentioned laptop as an example. So I want to say
Yes.
I sell laptops. So come and buy my laptops and use for your live stream. Yes, and then
Okay.
apart from that, as he rightly said,
Mm-hmm.
if you put all your money into the savings, you end up going back quickly for that savings because you have to support
Yeah.
yourself. And here,
Yeah.
as I said earlier, you have to use this acronym, which is a SMART. If you are saving, you have a goal, you want to buy a laptop, you need to set specific goals. Don't just say, I want to save. Okay, I want to save. How much do you want to save in a month, in a week? How much do you want to save? So your goal should be specific and it should be measurable. That is, am I saving 50 cedis this week? Am I saving 100 cedis for a month? And then don't just mention a huge amount of money. Meanwhile, your income is even lower than the amount you are mentioning. That doesn't work. You put yourself in a guilt trap, and you find yourself not even enjoying the savings. It will feel like a trap actually. And then your goal should be achievable or attainable. Right now, if you are young and maybe you want to build a house, we will put that as
Mm.
as a long-term goal because you have to acquire land, buy cement, look for people to do other stuff. It's actually a whole lot. So your goal should be achievable or attainable, meaning that within this short time, your smaller goals, if you really want to build that house, it is not impossible, but then make sure that it is achievable. Don't go and say something that is in the skies and you may not be able to realize it, and you put yourself back in the guilt trap, which is very bad. And then it should be relevant. The goal you are setting should be relevant. Somebody will say, okay, I want to buy MacBook Pro, but you are just going to read slides on it. I mean, yeah, it's good to have MacBook Pro, but then if I'm buying the laptop, I'm buying
Mm.
it. I'm buying it so that I can get a return back to it. Maybe if you're doing graphic design and maybe you're doing live streaming, you need something to support that, which is just sufficient for it. So it means that your goal of buying a Microsoft Surface or a MacBook is actually relevant. You're not just buying it to show off. Yeah. And then
Mm.
finally, it should be time bound. So your goal should be time bound. How long do you want to save to achieve this goal? And once you do that, you realize that your saving life becomes a bit more easy, and then yes, relatable to you. So that's what I can say.
Mm. Wow, that's amazing. Our online audience, I hope you are really taking notes. I hope you have whether you use pen or paper, you open your notes up. I hope you're taking notes because that was really insightful. So I think this applies to whether it's a laptop, a house, it has to be smart, right? Right. Thank you for that, Valerie. Thank you, Labi, as well. Okay, so now let's make it a little bit more practical, right? You guys said your own words. You said we can start with what you have, cut your coat according to your size. So let's say someone has 100 CDs to spare each month. All I have is 100 CDs to spend each month. Where do you think I should start placing it? What should I do with the 100 CDs? Valerie.
As Labi said, let me borrow Labi's term. You have to use this term achieve. Give what belongs to achieve. Final.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you have 100
Right.
cedis, you are earning 100 cedis in a
Mhm.
month. That's a lot of money. Wow, that's a
Mm.
lot of money. That's not even part of what you are spending or what you are putting aside. Yeah, so you
Yeah.
can actually give what belongs to achieve to achieve. So start now. Start saving.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So basically, they should open, a DigiSave account or,
Yes,
a Eurobond
yes.
account. Okay. That's
Save
cool.
account.
That's cool. Thank you for that. Labi,
All
I feel like
right.
your answer is going to be a little bit different. 100 CDs, what are you going to do with it? What advice your bro comes to you, bro, what should I do with 100 CDs a month? What would you tell him?
Personally, you come to me and you tell me you have 100 CDs to spare each month.
Yeah.
What I will ask you to do is to open an investment account by Achieve and
Okay.
get another savings account. And you can equally split that 100 CDs into two, 50, 50, so that for the investment account and Achieve that you are not going to touch it or you're just forgetting about
Mm.
that one for it to
All right.
grow. If you keep going back to your investment account each and every time, you wouldn't really see the profits that you're getting and everything, and it's not quite professional. So
Yep.
you the 50 to Achieve and you let the rest there. I mean, forget about it. And the other 50 in your any other savings account, maybe with your bank or anything, that you know that in case of any emergency, you have a savings and not
Mm.
the investment account. Yes. So at the end of the month,
Okay.
you might have some in your savings and your money in your Achieve account, which is the investment account, would have doubled up, and then you're good to go.
Yeah. Amazing. That was interesting. Valerie says 100 CDs is a lot of money. So if you have 100 CDs right now, it's a lot of money, right? You're streaming all over social media, YouTube, Facebook. You're live on LinkedIn as well. So yeah, if you agree with what they're saying, please, please, please let them know that you agree with what they're saying. If you're going to, take some of these insights, let us know as well in the comment section. Okay. So we are all, young people, right? We are what they call the Gen Zs, right? One thing that Gen Zs like to do is that Gen Zs like to have fun, right? Gen Zs like to go out, all that stuff. What small spending habits, right? Do we have, right? It could be you, it could be a friend that is silently draining our pockets, right? What habits have you observed? If you have it yourself, you can say, is this a safe space, right? What silent habits is draining, the pockets of young people these days? Valerie, you can start.
Okay, so I'll go with the cooking part.
Okay.
Yes, so as young people, yes, as young people, you are not yet. I feel like you are not yet doing your full time career, or yes, you are not yet
Mm,
there. You are still climbing. So at this stage, you have a lot of time to spare. So just use that time to, if you are hungry, try and cook. Go to the market, buy foodstuffs and cook instead of buying them. Because when you cook, I mean, you are in control of the nutrients, the amount of
mm,
salt, and all of that is even more nutritious than when you go out to buy. And buying is expensive, more expensive than cooking. So don't the
yeah.
buying shouldn't be like a habit, but then you cook. If once in a while you want to buy, that's fine. And then apart from that, it's like impulse buying. A lot of young people do impulse buying. Maybe let me talk for
Mhm,
the female side. You go somewhere and you just see a nice bag, you see a nice shoe, you haven't planned for it, but then you want to buy it.
mm,
You could save that money and then it could quadruple maybe in some few months to come, and you have
mm.
more to buy that bag and also have another savings there. So yes, they should
Right.
limit on course buying. Mhm.
Mm.
And then buy things that are relevant. For now, buy things that are relevant.
Yeah.
Because when the money comes,
Okay.
you'll be buying all of those other things. So why don't you
Mm.
just sow the little seed you have? You sow the little seed you have now so that later on you can have more. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Thank you for that, Valerie. Labi, my guy, what do you also think?
She has spoken about impulse buying. What I'll say is, what personally drains money? Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
In our generation like this, I'll say the internet
All right.
money, money that you use to buy the internet, because our lives
Mm.
now is looking like life on the media, and so
Yeah.
without internet, it looks awkward, which is kind of so. I think if you personally don't have any business on the media, or don't just waste your time there per se,
Mm.
like you can, the money that you use to buy your internet could be used. I mean, you can go online and benefit yourself. I mean, maybe enter a course or something, because in as much as we all use the internet, some use it for working, which would at the end of the month or at the end of the day get them something. But if you are on the media and you're not getting anything and all you do is to buy data 247, I think your money is going, because looking at the money that you or the amount of data you
Mm.
spend on the social media apps, trust me, you could have built a
Mhm.
mansion now. But if
Wow.
you are not using, I mean, if you are not using the internet for anything productive, it's good to spend time online though, but just know how
Mm.
to manage your time and then be productive in all. Be productive in whatever you do. That's right. That's what I.
Uh-huh. Amazing. So yeah, viewers, let us know if all the airtime that you bought since you were born, if that money, if you are saved, if you can buy mansion, let us know in the comment section. Labi says it can buy mansion. Like by now you have bought, you know, two mansions side by side. Anyway, amazing submission there, guys. Okay, thank you for that. Right. So just to piggyback off that particular question, right? So another Gen Z term is soft life. Everybody wants to live a soft life. Like no one wants shiggy, no one wants wahala. We all want to live soft life, right? But Valerie mentioned something earlier about, being intentional about saving and investments and, having that discipline, right? Do you think that you could have soft life and financial discipline together? Can you do both, or you have to sacrifice your soft life for financial discipline, right? Like, what do you think? Can there be a balance between soft life and financial discipline? I want to hear your thoughts on that. Let's start with Labi on this one.
All right. So I would say it depends on your perception about what soft
Right.
life really is.
Mm.
But me personally, you can balance a soft life with your financial stability because
Right.
you living a soft life doesn't mean you not having money to spare at all. Not necessarily mean getting anything you want at the moment or having so much. That's not soft life. I mean, if you're
Mm.
truly living a soft life, then you are wise enough to save for the future. You get
All
me?
right.
Life is not a moment, it's a lifetime. So think wisely. But me personally, I think you can be financially or be living a soft
Mm.
life, disciplined in your finance too. Because it is through your discipline that your soft life would actually will know if it will prolong or will be just for the
Yeah.
moment. Yes, that's what I have to say.
Yeah. Okay. Amazing, Labi. Valerie, what do you also think?
Okay, about soft life and financial discipline. I think
Yeah.
I think nowadays we have people that are in quotes living soft life and then they
Mm.
are they are not comfortable because
Mm.
each and every time it's like the soft life is 3 seconds, then the realization draws back that hey, I'm actually broke. But then the thing is that soft life and then financial discipline, they are not apart. You can actually
Mm.
plan your way through it. They are not mutually exclusive. Let me use that word.
Right.
Yeah, so it's all about your priority, drawing your scale of preference, knowing when to do this and when not to do this. Because I mean, what is the end goal of making money? Is to spend it. Yes. So yeah, so if you have money, like let's say if you earn at least 1,000 cedis in a month, then you know the amount you are saving, the amount you are using to buy this and that, and the amount you can use to chill. Like the NSS, they give us
Mm.
what? They give us something small. Yeah, so when the
Yeah.
NSS money comes, I save on the Achieve app. But then I
Mm.
just take something small. So your definition of soft life also counts, like Labi said.
Yeah.
Just take something small to go and chill small so that you know that oh my
Mhm.
my up and down at least I've chilled, but then I'm still saving. So in two ways I'm secured. So the balance needs to be there. Don't use all your money,
Right.
then use it to chill or use all to save. I mean strike the
Mm-hmm.
balance so that you can always be happy. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
can do.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for that, Valerie. Okay. So there has it can live together. You guys think can live together. I'm wondering what the chat is saying right now. Okay. So Valerie is national service personnel. Labi is a student and a business owner as well, right? You guys, I'm sure there's an amount of budgeting that you need to do, every day or every week or every month, right? To keep your business afloat or keep your life afloat, basically. Many people see budgeting to be a boring thing. Like when you say our budgets are boring, budgets is something that they only hear from national budgets when the finance minister is going to parliament or something, right? They don't really have a personal finance or personal budget plan, right? I'm sure you guys do, right? And how would you say you come about it, or how does it work for you? How do you guys budget with the incomes that you're making right now? Labi is a business owner, so probably he's doing some good amount of money every month. But yeah, let's see the dynamics between how you guys are able to budget. Yeah. So yeah, Labi, you can kick it off.
So budgeting, first of all, budgeting is very expedient. It's like
Okay.
without having a budget, it's like you putting up a building without a building plan. You think you
Mm.
can move on with everything that no, but when you set a budget, you know how much and when to spend and how to spend it and how to regain the money spent. So me personally, I have a couple of accounts. some for the mobile money, some for the banks, and then some for the investment account like Achieve. And so I make sure that whatever income I get, I have a percentage that I save out of it, as I said, and I have a percentage that I invest out of it, right? And I have a percentage too, which is for any impromptu production or mistakes that are being done during production for recorrection. You understand? So all these budgets always keeps me, how should I say, going. There wouldn't be any chance where, or there wouldn't be any circumstance where I have to go and look for other options. No, because I know that whatever be the case, I'll have a backup plan or I'll have a plan B for that. And so that's how I go about it. And it's very expedient to budget, as I said earlier. All right.
Thank you for that, Lavi. I learned, yeah. So you have different accounts basically for different things, different operations, right? That's amazing. Valerie, what about you?
Okay, so I would say budgeting is very, very important, like more than important,
Mm,
because it
yeah.
puts you on top of your game as a human being. If you don't budget, it means I don't know how will you manage, but budgeting
Yeah.
actually puts you on top of your game. You know your income flow, you know your income outputs, and whatever goes out, whatever comes in, how much you spend, and
Mm,
all of that. And you budgeting also makes you accountable. It helps you to
mm-hmm.
know whether you spend too much in a month or too little in a month, where you have to adjust. Like it basically keeps you on top of your game. So budgeting is really, really important. It's not boring. It comes naturally because you have to be accountable for yes, money you spend and money you receive and all of that. So budgeting actually keeps you on your tools. And if you feel like you can't be doing all those calculations, some people they find it so boring, as you have said. So if you just know that okay, if money comes in, then let me put it here at this time, and the money
Yeah.
that goes out, and then you can be keeping track of that as well. I think we have apps that also do that for you. Yes, but then it's good to budget. It puts you on top of
Mm.
your game. That's simple.
All right. All right. Okay. So I'm sure both of you, I'd have liked to see your budgets for this month or for the next month, but maybe not here, maybe privately. That's amazing. Okay, so you guys have been mentioning Achieve, etc., throughout the this webinar, right? I want to hear from you, from your own experience, right? How have we helped you, Abby and Valerie, to save and invest? I want to hear your own feedback or your own testimony from using the platform. So, Lavi, you can start first.
All right. Um, Someone told me about Achieve basically. I mean, I was looking for an investment
Mm,
account. Someone told me, oh, there's this app, Achieve. It's good. You can, like, yeah. So I downloaded the app and then I deposited, followed the track and then deposited some amount. And I just forgot about it.
right.
I was there and I came back to the app and I was like, hey, actually, it's working, it's working. So looking at that, I was like, okay,
Mm,
then I'll set a goal to deposit this amount
right.
for every month. And so I was going on, and it has really helped my. And to say again, I was on your promo, and I think I won an amount
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
actually I used that amount to continue the production, and it was amazing. How I got to meet you guys and how I got to meet you guys and how and it was amazing. And I would personally recommend it to everyone, every single person, that you can just
Mm,
put your money in, relax, don't be in a rush, and then you see the
yeah.
progress.
Right. Thank you for that, Lavi. Valerie, what about you?
Okay, so with the Achieve app, I said earlier, actually, my boss introduced me to the app, and I
Yes.
think the user interface is actually very friendly because he just told me about it, and I went ahead to download it to do all the other stuffs on my own. So it's actually friendly to use. It's user friendly. And one thing the app has helped me to do, I saved it, and then I needed to do some quick transfer when I was doing my some applications. And I just remembered, actually, this is true. I remembered I have savings in my Achieve app. So I quickly went to withdraw the money. And I mean, that day it was a happy day for me. It's like your own money, but then it feels like you can just actually access it on time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the app has been really helpful.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for that feedback. I'm sure the team is also watching as well. Right. Kudos to the team. One thing that I know, at least from where I sit, is that the team is always innovating, trying to come up with new products, new features for you guys to make your experience better, to make it very, very simple for you to save, invest, from the comfort of your home, right? Using your phone. What feature so far have you used in the Achieve by Petra app that you think more people should be taking advantage of? Valerie, you can start first. Yeah.
Okay, so yes, I think the live chats. Something happened to me when I
Right.
downloaded the app at first. I
Mm.
I put in my password and all of that, and I forgot the password. So I logged in with another account, and I was chatting there. I was like, no, I actually forgot that that wasn't the email I used. So I was chatting those people, I was chatting them, worrying them before the first was mine. But then through the live chat, they were able to reconnect me to my previous account because I had already made some deposits in there. And that really gave me a relief for them to be accessible during their working hours when you just chat. They are likely to respond to your text. So the live chat is actually helpful. I think it's I feel one of the best features of the app because people want to be connected to where their money is. When
Yeah.
somebody's money is somewhere, they want to be connected. So once they can have a chat with that, then it really puts everybody at peace. And then the DigiSave, like for beginners or those with smaller goal, yes, they can use the DigiSave. It's actually very flexible for beginners like us. So just take advantage of
Mhm.
that. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you for sharing, Valerie. Big man, Labi, what about
My
you? What feature do you think people should be
boss,
making noise about?
my boss has said it all. My boss has said it all. The live, to top up on what she
Yeah,
said, live chat actually makes you feel like achieved, we've got you, like not stressed. Like we actually because the moment you just text them, I mean, you get your response, and it's like we are keeping track
yeah.
of what you're doing, so you don't have to worry. They show you the statistics and the progress that you are
Yeah.
making.
Hmm.
It's so
Yeah.
amazing, and the rate at which, I mean, how easy it is to transact from the app to your bank or to your mom. Everything is just smooth, like it's like
Yeah.
kudos to
Okay,
achieve.
sorry for that. So yeah, thank you guys for sharing. Thank you guys for sharing your experience. I think it's been an amazing webinar. Please let them know how amazing this webinar was by commenting in the comment section. If you have any questions as well, please put them there. Would be glad to answer every single one of them. Thank you guys. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, Labi, for joining us, for spending time with us this beautiful day, for this very, very important money conversation. Money is very important, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, thank you for sharing your experience with us as well. Right. So yeah, I would say thank you to the audience, everyone watching online. Thank you for joining us, and we'll definitely come back to your screens once more. If you've not downloaded the Achieve by Petra app, you heard it from Valerie and Labi, you are missing out. You are missing out big time. You're missing out big time. Join over 320,000 people, Ghanaians, right? to empower yourself through savings and investments. All right, thank you guys once more. We're going to say goodbye to our audience. So let's just wait. Bye. Okay. All right. Thank you guys. Bye.
Oh no, my car broke down and the repair costs are way higher than I expected. I need cash right now. I need cash. I can't also wait for payday. And borrowing money takes forever. What do I do? Wait a minute. I've been saving on the Achieve app. I should have some money there. Wow. My DigiSave investment on the Achieve app gained some additional interest. I love this app. With the Achieve app, I can instantly have access to my emergency savings anywhere, anytime. I've been saving little by little, and now I don't have to stress at all. Download the Achieve app today and start building your emergency fund. It's the smartest way to stay prepared for life surprises.